Hello everybody and welcome to a new video, and as you probably saw from the title, we are going to be doing a tier list of every block in Minecraft. Now, I've got some criteria for block. So what that means is the texture and or hitbox has to be close to a full block. So I've got the categories. I've got building, decoration, redstone, and over there's other. So let's start doing it. I hope this is enough space for all the blocks. Should be, but I'm gonna try and do most of them relatively quickly. So we've got F through S and a lava pit at the bottom for those dubbed unworthy. Alright, let's start with the top row of building blocks here. So, the blackstone in the latest 1.16 update. Blackstone, the polished blackstone is really, I like the polished blackstone, probably my favorite out of all the blackstone. The bricks also really look really nice. The blackstone it added a set of black blocks that we've never had. Chiseled ones, it's like a little pig nose. I'll put them in C. The chiseled stuff I don't use too often, and they're hard to fit in. And then the cracked stuff, it adds some texture to when you're using the regular bricks, so I'm gonna put that there. And mycelium, I'll probably put it in C or D. Yeah, I think D's good. So, white concrete powder, I'll probably put in like a B. It's like sand but like colored. Coral, it just kind of exists in your world. I'll probably put it in D. Blue ice, great for water streams and sorting systems. That's gonna get it in A. And dried kelp, also like a build specific block. It's a pretty good fuel source actually, so because of that, it's gonna go to C. Block of netherite, very show-offy. It's gonna go to A. Ancient debris, it's not a great texture. I'll put that in B. Crying obsidian, it looks really cool, and it's got like the particles coming off it. You know what? We got the particles. Well, we have our first S tier block, and then blackstone. I'll put it with it's like a blacker cobblestone, and then the gilded blackstone, it's like that, but with little gold speckles. So the red sandstone stuff, it's E. Chiseled stuff, it's all, I mean, the wither design looks cool, but chiseled stuff, it's really hard to use. This smooth, I guess it could work a little better. The mega block is great for killing chambers in mob farms and things, so I'm gonna put it in B. The nether wart block, it's gonna go in D along with the warped nether wart, just a blue variant of it. But the red nether bricks, they actually look pretty cool. I think they look really cool, and I'm gonna give them a B. I think that's fair. Bone blocks, build specific thing, but they can be used much more often than those two down there. And white concrete, by the way, things like concrete and the wool, those are for all colors. So if I do like white concrete, then that's all the colors of concrete, and they get S. It just like no texture, and that can work really well, especially in modern builds when you use the white and the grays. Next set of blocks, we got terracottas. They're like concrete. They don't have too much texture, but the colors are kind of tinted off a bit. If I scroll down to them, they're like tinted off. Like this is cyan, that's purple, and they're gonna go in C. The tint is really weird. It makes it weird to use. Hay bales, they're good for speed running, because when you go into a village, you collect all the hay bales, you get a ton of bread. I think it's fair to put them in B. Coal block, they burn really easily. Like when they're on fire, then they go out, like get destroyed really easily, but then They're a really good fuel source, and they can look good. So I'll put them in B. Oh, B. Packed ice. It's like blue ice, but then it's not as good. It's not as slippery. And it's not like regular ice where it has that add benefit of like a transparent texture, which you can do some unique things with. So I'm actually going to put it down another one to C. Stained glass. This obviously is going to count for all the colors, like I said, and with Optifine, where it has the connected textures, the stained glass and regular glass, which we will get to. It's right over there. It looks really good, and I think it's deserving of the A tiers. Prismarine, the texture's pretty unique. I'm gonna put it in C, I guess. Prismarine bricks. The bricks can look pretty nice in specific, especially like water-themed builds and stuff. And dark prismarine, it looks really nice. I'm gonna put it up in A. And sea lanterns, also A. They're a really cool looking light source. The grid pattern on it isn't too good. They are animated. I like how they have that little pulsing little animation on it. Endstone, it's not really easy to fit it into a build, so I'm gonna put it in D. And then endstone bricks, they just look really ugly. I don't like the color with the bricks there. Actually, you get to go to F. No. Emerald ore. The ores are pretty cool, and obviously emeralds you can trade with villagers with, so I'm gonna put them in C. Emerald blocks. D, because they're just like a way to compress emeralds to store them easier, I guess. Quartz ore. I'm gonna put it in C. Specific usage block. It looks pretty cool, and yeah. Chiseled quartz. D. The chiseled stuff, like I said, it's really hard to like make them look good and stuff. The chiseled quartz isn't actually as bad as the other chiseled stuff, so I'm gonna put it up to B. Actually, like it just got bumped up. Block of quartz. The grid pattern isn't very good on it. The quartz bricks, they're a really nice type of bricks, so they get to go in A. And the quartz pillar, I'll put them with this. It's a cool looking pillar block. You can make some white trees out of it, I guess. Stone bricks, they look really good for like medieval themed things and castles, so I'm gonna put them in B. Mossy bricks add some texture to it, just complements the regular bricks. Same thing with the cracked bricks. And the chiseled bricks, chiseled stuff, again, it's hard to work it in, but you use them to make lodestones, and lodestones are really good. So for the usage, I'm gonna put it there. For the crafting usage, it also goes in B. Melons, they look ugly. The food is not good at all. Don't eat melons. The only thing that saves it from being thrown to the lava that's good for trading with villagers, so it goes to E because of that. That's why. Podzol, it's a really ugly type of grass variant. Burn, what's it supposed to be? Like leaves, dog feces, just on the ground? No. Nether bricks, they're like that, but then gloomier. The cracked ones complements it if you're using it in the same build. And the chiseled nether bricks, again, like I said with the other chiseled stuff, hard to work it in, but when you do, it can look pretty good. I also like the little skeleton design, looks pretty cool. Clay, it does not look good. Pumpkins, I'll put them in B. They look good as they're really good for trading with villagers, and they can look good in like a natural looking build. And carved pumpkins, normally they'd be one lower because they're like a pumpkin but with a face on it. It's kind of just a retexture, but you can put it on your head, and then obviously Endermen don't mind that you look at them. And also it gets the Halloween pass because it's close to Halloween at the recording of this video and release date of the video. So you get to go into A. You're lucky it's close to Halloween, or else you'd probably be in C. Netherrack, and then you smelt it to make like the nether bricks. Soul sand, it's a nuisance. It slows you down. E. The soul soil, it's like that, except it looks a bit better. It's easier to use in like builds and stuff, and it doesn't slow you down. So, basalt. People say basalt looks really good. It doesn't look that good, in my opinion. It doesn't look particularly great. You can make like some cool like petrified tree kind of looks with it. But, yeah, not too great. Same thing with the polished one. I actually think the regular basalt looks better than the polished. And then glowstone, a unique looking light source block. It goes there. Obsidian, it's a pretty hard block. It takes a long time to break. But you need it to make the nether portal to go to the nether. So, it's a very versatile block. And for that, it can go to S. Purpur. You saw me fly all the way down here. I'm not throwing it into lava pit because it can look good sometimes. Like, it looks kind of good in the end cities, I guess. Same thing with the pillar, I guess. Actually, no. Pillar, you can get out of here. Go away. Diamond ore. It's shiny. And it's blue. B. B for blue. Diamond ore, you can just, like, if you have a big pile of these, the diamond blocks, just pile them up, show off to your friends, hopefully they don't get stolen. Jack-o'-lantern, cool light source, also gets the Halloween pass, goes to A. Redstone ore, you can make some, I'm pretty sure observers can detect, this, like, when you step on it and it gets all glowy and whatever. I'm pretty sure observers can detect that, and obviously you mine it, you get redstone. Redstone, the redstone community has made a lot of cool stuff with it. This goes to A, because it's not the actual redstone dust, but it's the origin of the redstone dust, so it gets to go to A. Ice, it's kind of like packed ice, except it melts, which is it can be annoying, but then the see-through texture of it, that can look really cool conditionally. So yeah. Snow blocks, you use them to make snow golems, which aren't particularly good, but yeah. It's kind of hard to use in a build. Gold block, kind of show-offy like diamonds, but then not as show-offy, especially since gold tools and armor kind of stink. So I'm gonna put it in C. They also look kind of shiny. Iron blocks, you can make iron golems with them, and iron, like the iron ingots are used to make a lot of stuff like hoppers and things, so you go to B. Smooth quartz, it's like regular quartz, but then the no grid on it just makes it so much better to use, so you get to go to S. It actually, like, when you start to use smooth quartz, and you really appreciate, like, how well it can be used. Smooth red sandstone, it's red sandstone, but it's smooth. And smooth sandstone, I guess, like, it's a bit better. Red sandstone is kind of worse than the regular sandstone, but, so yeah, it goes one above. Smooth stone, it can look really good, even though it has that grid pattern that stinks for a lot of blocks. It can still be used really well in a lot of builds. It gets to go to A. Bricks, kind of ugly. D. Bookshelves, you need them to, like, upgrade the enchanting table, get the best enchantments, and they can look pretty cool too, especially in like a library build or like a bookshelf in like a bedroom or something. So they are going to go to A. And mossy cobblestone, it's cobblestone, it's mossy, C, I guess. So all the wood, this, like, it's the wood where it goes all around. This is representing all of the variants, and it's really good for making custom trees and stuff. Because before, when you just had regular logs, then like it would obviously show the logs on top, and it would be really annoying, and it didn't look as good. So these are gonna go to A. They look really nice. Sponge. They have a really horrible texture. I guess you can. It looks like cheese. Maybe you can use that for something. But it does suck up water and stuff, so that saves it from being too low on the list, and it goes to D. Actually, the sucking up water thing can be really useful and a lifesaver at times, so it gets to go to C. Regular glass. It's like stained glass, but it's more see-through. It's gonna go to B. Lapis ore. Obviously, you need lapis to do enchanting and stuff. B. The block. It doesn't look too good. It's a lapis block. It's what it is. It's gonna be moved one lower. It is also what it is. Sandstone. I put all the sandstone kind of stuff, the red sandstone here, so I'm just gonna like put all that stuff one higher. Boom. And wool. It looks pretty good, and you need wool to make beds, and beds allow you to skip the night and also skip phantoms. So because of that, B. All the types of logs here. Spruce, you are going to go to A. Birch, D. Jungle, D. Acacia, E. Dark oak, A. Crimson, you're gonna go to B. Oh, there's a space back there. I didn't see it. And warp stem, probably the best of all the woods. And I like the animated texture. You're gonna go to A. It's close to an S, but it's not quite good enough. And the stripped logs, they look pretty good, I guess. They can go to A. Same thing with the stripped version of that. There you go. Bedrock at the bottom of the world allows you to not fall through into the void. That's pretty good. It can go to A. Sand, C. Red sand, retexture. Gravel, you need them to make the concrete, which did get to be able to go in S, so good job. Gold, you can go there. Iron is a big part of Minecraft. A. Coal, great fuel source. B. Nether gold ore. It's like gold ore, but it gives you nuggets, so it's worse. F. An oak log. It's the classic log, the original, so it goes in A. Alright, cobblestone and all the planks. Cobblestone, it's a classic block. It's been there since like the start of Minecraft and all that. Oak, wood, the classic plank. Spruce and dark oak look really nice. Crimson, not as good. Warped, I don't know why the warped wood to me is just looks really nice. Acacia, it gets to go with the log. Acacia, the wood just isn't very good. Actually, because it's a plank, I'll move it one up. Jungle, it can go to C, and birch will go in B. Stone, it's what you see in the caves. B. Granite, like these. Andesite isn't as bad. It can go to C. Polished diorite, I think, doesn't actually look as bad as people say. It also is going to go to C. Polished granite is pretty bad. I think granite's actually the worst out of all of them. Not diorite. But, that's my opinion. And polished andesite, it actually looks pretty nice. I like it. So that's going to go to A. Coarse dirt and regular dirt. I guess you can use it to make dirt huts and stuff. And dirt one-ups it because you can have grass grow on it. Alright, so that's the end of the building category. But now we're on to decoration. The grass path. It looks pretty nice, I guess. B, farmland. You need to grow crops and crops can be really good source of food, especially your first couple days in Minecraft. Also there, actually I'm gonna put grass path one lower. Ender chests, they're really good. S, same thing with regular chests. It's like you use them for your storage system, and ender chests, you can just, like, even if it breaks and all the stuff inside it is like completely safe. It's like a safe jukebox. You can play music with it and make parrots dance, so that's good enough for an A for me. Scaffolding, really good for getting around builds and things, so A tier. Cobweb, really good trap making device, and it looks cool in like haunted houses and stuff, so that's going to earn it a B. Alright, end portal frame, they look pretty good for that, for the end portal when you have them all in like the square, and it makes a really cool, nice noise when you put the Eyes of Ender on top. C. Enchanting tables. You can use like enchanted books with an anvil, but then enchanting tables, they look pretty cool, and when you get your first enchantments, usually this is what you're going to use. B. Lodestone. It's like using the F3 screen and having written down coordinates, but cooler, and they look cool. A. Respawn anchor. You can respawn in the nether, and they look really cool. Honey block. They're sticky, and they make gross noises, but they can work really nicely in conjunction with slime blocks, so that's a bonus. Blast furnace. It saves a lot of time with the regular furnace when smelting ores. Glazed terracotta. It saves it from being an E or an F from the texture, from the fact that it slides right past slime blocks and things, so that's going to move it up to a C. Honeycomb doesn't really look too good and doesn't really have any great uses, so it's going to go to F. Smithing table, you need it to make your netherite armor and tools. That's going to bring it up to A. Loom, you can make some cool banner stuff with it, so B. Regular beehives and bee nests. B. Bee nests, they're like those, but the texture looks cooler, especially in like a natural build where you want the bees and things. Smoker, saves a lot of time when smelting food, so up there. Shulker boxes, I don't think I need to explain why they go into S, but they're like chests, but better, and like they store all the stuff in them, and you could put them in your ender chests. Really great for storage. Fletching table, they don't have a use currently. B for the speedrunning usage. There. Cartography table, use it with maps, I guess. It's pretty cool. And slime blocks, you can make flying machines, and it makes large piston doors and things much easier, especially in conjunction with the honey blocks. They're just down there because they're sticky and make gross noises. Leaves, just they can add greenery to your builds that you didn't know you needed there before. A. Composter, really easy way to get bone meal if you don't have like a skeleton spawner farm or something like that. So B. Crafting table, without the crafting table, you couldn't do most stuff in Minecraft. Definitely deserves an S tier. Barrel, they're like chests, except you don't need a thing above them to open them. They cost them less material, and they look pretty cool, so like chests, but kind of better. S tier. Furnace, you smelt stuff with it. It's like the classic furnace. It's classic. It's a predecessor to these two. Anvil, A tier. They do break though, which is kind of annoying. Mushroom stem. The mushroom blocks, E. They don't look too great. So they're there. And that brings us to the conclusion of our decoration blocks, actually. So now we're on to redstone blocks. Redstone block, like you can have pistons push them with slime blocks to make fast moving redstone and stuff. They're not too great for using in redstone though, so C, I guess. Droppers, they're like dispensers, but if it's like an arrow or something, then they don't actually shoot it. So B dispensers will also go in B because you can make some like turrets and things with it. Observers, really great for using in redstone. They revolutionized a lot of stuff in the redstone community. I know that much. I'm not too great with them, but people have done some amazing stuff with them. So they're gonna go up there. Note blocks. You can make some tunes. It's pretty cool, I guess. C, because you can make some tunes. Sticky piston can make some really cool redstone doors and stuff, especially with like slime blocks and that stuff. So you are gonna go to S. Pistons are like sticky pistons, but then not as good. So down there, redstone lamps, you can make some like time sensitive lamps in conjunction with a daylight sensor where like at night it turns on. So that's pretty cool. You get a C. Targets, B. And the final 3 redstone components. Trap chest, you can make some pretty cool traps with it. So C, I guess. Hopper, they're pretty cool. You can pick up items with them. You can do a lot of things with that. You go in A. Lecterns, you can hold books with it, and C. And now the last 5. Beacon, S tier, they give you all those like cool effects and like the radius, and they make the big beam go up. You need a nether star to make it. That just ups its value. If you have a lot of these, then you know you're pretty rich. Or not, you know you're pretty rich. Other people know you're pretty rich. Structure blocks, you can use it to like save structures and stuff. It's really useful moving them around. Command blocks, you can do some, I know people have done some like really cool things with those. So they go in S. TNT, you make big boom, B. They can be really, like the reason they're not an A, I would say, is because they have a tendency of destroying things. And barrier blocks, map makers can do some cool stuff with it. A, I guess. This is my tier list. Obviously, all the stuff in this tier list were my opinion. Obviously, you're probably gonna change things around if you were to do it. You wouldn't have it exactly like mine. But, yeah, that's my tier list. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Yada yada yeah. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and somehow I almost forgot. Sorry. Grass block, crimson nylium, warp nylium, and mob spawners. Sorry about that. Yeah.